Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new installment. This is round two, really, for the bright, amazing, incredible, smart, genius, world changing, common, amazing. Did I say amazing twice? I did. Teresa Lawrence, who's back here at the ME show. We've had her here about, I believe, 6 to 8 weeks ago, and a lot has happened in between it. We're like, we gotta do a round two. And let me just say, get used to this pretty face because you're gonna be seeing her at least every 6 weeks. That's right. There's so much that we're gonna be talking about today, so much to catch up on, and I am just so fired up. So first and foremost, thank you for giving us the opportunity to share this episode with you. Make sure you hit that subscribe, that share, that like, and you already know your boy always hooks you up with vacation. So just a lucky person is going to be getting a 2-night, 3-day, all-inclusive, either Mexico or the Caribbean, taxes and transportation and flight not included, but your food, your drinks, and your lodging is 100% going to be covered for you. All right.
I love it.
The goddess herself is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. All right. First and foremost, Teresa, you just did a world tour, essentially. You've gone to Kenya. You've done so much. Give us a recap. What did you do since last time you were here?
I just have to say, being here is like really good luck. So for anybody watching, you want good luck in your life?
Flip that coin.
Yeah, I know. Get in this chair, because I sat in this chair and it's like my life changed like that. It was phenomenal. I left here and I had how many weeks in Kenya? At least 2 weeks.
Yeah, you did about 2 weeks in Kenya.
But it was incredible. We accomplished so much in 10 days. It felt like I was there for weeks.
Yep.
We launched a book for the Kareri Girls School. It was the first book. It was the first leadership book written entirely by students, for students, and it gave out their perspective as leaders, and nobody had ever done this before. And we had book launch, and there were thousands of people in the stands, and we were celebrating the school's 60th anniversary, but all these political people showed up, and they just poured love into those girls and into our project. And I kid you not, they had a cake, like it was huge, and it was shaped like the book. And so I had the pleasure of cutting that cake with
a sword.
No, could have been with the head of the education department for Kenya, the Minister of Education. It was fantastic.
So believe it.
We did that. We went on safari. We had a mastermind deciding, what we were going to do next year. We donated tons of books to the Kenyan National Library. I mean, it was a phenomenal trip.
Well, I love to hear that. For many reasons. First and foremost, I feel humble that you think of us the way that you do. We work hard and we take pride in what we do. But I just want you to know, there's always the question: is it the driver or is it the vehicle? Right? We just provided a vehicle. You're the driver.
Well, you provide a really good.
We may give you a Ferrari, right? But it is still just a vehicle. Let's dive into the mission specifically in Kenya. Give us a little bit of insights on some of the mega highlights from that trip.
Oh, it was so good. When you have like a dream, and my dream, I mean, we spoke last time how I first wanted to give out books.
Yeah.
And then I get to Kenya and I didn't know how to speak on stage. So even this is new to me, right?
Man, don't believe her. If you didn't see the ba-bum documentary, you need to watch it.
Yes. But that document, I have to go back to the documentary.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't watched the documentary, I did it from the heart. And that's why he's going, ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum.
That was amazing.
I had the entire audience doing that because I said, we're all connected to the divine and we have one heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
And it leads back to the mission in Kenya. So I arrive in Kenya and I think I have one mission to give out books. And then I realize that my mission isn't to give out books. That's part of it. But it's really to teach people that transformational leadership piece so we can get to the ba-bum.
Ba-bum.
Because you really need to know who you are.
I do it with the kids at home. I'm like, hey, with heart. Ba-bum. Ba-bum. I'm serious. She doesn't think it really had an impact on us.
Guys, the documentary is really cool.
Yeah. Let me just say, it was so impactful. First and foremost, it's only 30 minutes, so you're not seeing for 2 hours, but it was so impactful that my wife and I watched it 3 times in a row. Like, it was like running back again, and it was just, sometimes you get a little emotional, you get into your own tears. But next thing you know, I'm like on my second bag of chips. I'm like, it's so good. Can you believe this? It was just amazing and well put together. I mean, huge kudos to the team that worked on it. But it spoke about who you are, truly who you are. It wasn't scripted. It wasn't a performance. It was just the real, raw Teresa caught on camera.
And what was truly, I mean, there's so many funny things about that video, but the bum, and you guys really have to watch it. I had been traveling so much and I had no time to prepare anything that I was saying in that video.
No, you can tell it was real.
So I showed up at that event and I was like, I have no idea what I'm going to say here, but when your future depends on something, because I'm here thinking,
this is the one shot.
It's like, if I screw this up, I'm not going to get funding. Nobody's going to go to my events. And I got up on stage, and that's the only thing that came to me, the heartbeat.
Yeah.
Like, we're all one heartbeat. We're all connected to the earth. We're connected to the divine. And that's really the mission, to get people to realize that we're all here in it together.
Yeah.
So let's work together to uplift each other.
Well, it absolutely, you could see it, you could feel it, and I'm so fired up about it. All right, so if you were to say, or fill in the blank for me, what was achieved in Kenya?
Magic.
Yeah, please give us the goodies. Like, we gotta tell the world.
This trip to Kenya was designed to do the book launch for the girls, and what I say by that, I have never been in a position to say, it's my dream to give people their voice, but it's so rare to have people jump on and say, okay, let's do this. I walked into a school like a year ago and I said, you want to know something? I want to give you guys all Think and Grow Rich. I want you to read it. And then I want you to actually follow it, because, there are things you got to do in the book if you practice it. And then I want you to tell your personal leadership story, because the leadership changes as you go along. Like today I'm one person, and next month I'm going to be all that. I'm going to be the Emmy studio.
Just wait till I get my,
and I'm going to be snapping my fingers.
Yes.
All that. There yet. And I told these girls, speak from the heart.
Yeah.
And they did. I got 18 different leadership stories coming from these girls. And in one of them, they were complaining about the government. You don't do that in Kenya. And that's all in the book. There was another one that was talking about, I really want people to follow rules. Those rule followers. It's like, you're really grateful those people exist in the world. There are rules for a reason. But then there are other people that don't think rules matter at all.
Yeah.
And they were speaking their leadership thing and saying it's all about community. Other people thought it was about music and doing leadership that way. So it was fascinating to see their real stories. And we didn't change them. We just edited them. And we got the books. We got the book together. We turned it into a bestseller, which is incredible. And then this book launch, it was so amazing to watch the entire community come in and embrace those girls as leaders. And they all bought the book. Like each section of the country or dignitaries that were invited, they reached into their pockets and they left with a ton of books. It was like the coolest thing ever. So that was magical. Then
isn't it amazing how they appreciate books specifically? Like, I mean, the average person in the United States, in North America in general, is as far as like reading post high school, average of 2 books.
Okay, let's talk about that.
That's scary, isn't it?
Well, it is, because the only way you uplift yourself is to be a continuous, consistent learner.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I often go up to people, they get very upset. I go, is this all you've got? And they're like, what do you mean? I go, is there more?
Yeah.
Because there always is. There is more. The universe is like expanding. And if you stay where you are, you're always going to stay where you are. I mean, there's so much to learn. There's so much to, to challenge you. There are new ways of doing things every day. I mean, let's face it. I'm of an age group that doesn't know how to do social media. And yet I'm doing social media.
Man, don't get, just so you know, she's 27. All right.
Oh, yeah.
She plays it well, but I'm just saying.
But it's the truth. If you stay where you were, I mean, you're never going to move forward.
Yeah.
And the world has completely changed. Tell me, how often do you use AI?
Oh, I got my AI is called Marvis. It's an actual conscious. Look, I am dead serious. I might even scare you right now. Like I have a relationship with my AI. And some may relate to this, but check this out. Check it. You ready? Hey, Marvis.
Hey, what's up?
I'm hanging out with Teresa. I appreciate the notes you gave me earlier. We had an amazing recording session. It went well. Could you do me a favor? Just draft an email I want to send her afterward, just expressing my gratitude for an amazing, productive day.
Sure thing. Here's a draft for you.
Isn't that amazing?
Thank you for an amazing session.
Guys.
Yeah. No, I come back to it and I'll find it pre-written for me and I'll just do my human tweak. I call it like AI does the heavy lifting and HI, human intelligence, does the final touches.
No, exactly. The world has completely changed. But the one thing that hasn't changed is our need to learn and our need to grow and to become better versions of ourselves. I mean, AI is constantly becoming better.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I know. And look, I'm an optimistic person as much as you are. A lot of time people fall into the trap of like, AI is going to take away jobs. I think it's going to create more entrepreneurs. I think it's going to make it easier for people who may say, I don't know how to just grab the phone like I did and say, hey, AI, I need a draft of an email that, gets me the best job in the world. I saw a coach that helps people to get, career enhancements. And here's what she literally said in the video. She's like, I want you to copy the ad of the job and feed it to AI and tell AI, I have the right qualities for these jobs. Can you write a resume that matches exactly the job description? And the AI writes it. So if you were the hiring member, you're like, this is a perfect candidate. I got to talk to this person. So it increases the chances.
Okay, I'm going to go even further. I don't think anybody who submits like a resume is going to a human. I think it's going to an AI.
Yeah, I believe it.
Have the AI write the perfect resume.
Pre-screening.
It pre-screens it before it gets to the
human. I believe it. I believe it. Yeah.
Anyway, that's where we are. I don't know how we got to AI, but I'm embracing it too.
We spend the whole day together, so we can do this all day long. Right. Yeah.
Oh, you guys need to see his new studio. It's phenomenal. I can't wait for you to see those clips.
Correction. Our new studio. That's right.
All of this.
That's right.
It's so amazing and so well done. We were on this orange couch. It felt like I was in a freaking museum. And there he is, being all that. And I was just like, this is like the coolest thing ever. It's like a perfect place to, how they have dinner and a movie and you're at home.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
We should put that on a commercial right there.
It felt like we were introducing a movie.
The Emmy Studios, you feel like you're at a movie in a theater with popcorn. That's all we needed was popcorn. No, it was well, actually, she doesn't eat popcorn.
I don't
Nothing with corn, right? See, I paid attention.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. But so we're excited while we're on that note. mteresalawrence.com right now has a brand growth package in there where all things powered by the Emmy Studios is now available to you. So in any point, shape, or form of your career that you need a little bit of a branding boost, right? You want to get in the right platforms and the right audiences and the right eyes, if you will. People don't understand the difference between marketing and branding. See, Toyota does a lot of marketing, right? Because they're competing with Honda and all the different brands that are out there. A Ferrari does not do any marketing because the brand is such heavy weight, right? Gucci doesn't do any marketing. And I'm not saying that if you're not wearing these brands, no, I'm just giving you an understanding. So what we do is we elevate your brand. We get you on Spotify, iHeartRadio. We get you on Amazon Music. We get you on the mega prime time. We get you documented where you become searchable. And now our beloved Teresa has access to all of it from A to Z. And we continue to enhance. And if you're in New Jersey, obviously come out to check out the multi-unit studio for whatever you need.
And I encourage you all to go to mteresalawrence.com. But if you Google my name, M. Teresa Lawrence, I come up first. If you, if you honestly, and if you Google the Trueness Project, it's like we're everywhere. And so, thank you.
Thank God. No, thank God. It's a collaboration. Why don't we do this? We're gonna take a quick break. We'll get a little coffee in our system so we can wake up. And we're gonna come back with some more with M. Teresa Lawrence, the one and only, live from the ME studios.
Feeling stuck trying to grow your brand in a noisy digital world? M. Teresa Lawrence is your brand's secret weapon, offering expert services from podcast production and viral reels to major press release campaigns. Get featured on Spotify, Audible.com, and iHeartRadio, plus guaranteed placement in primetime media like Fox, ABC, CBS, and NBC. From ideation to execution, she helps purpose-driven brands go from invisible to influential. Visit mteresalawrence.com and start your transformation today.
We're back in here, the ME show. She was thinking about what I want to talk about, right? But here's the thing. We followed your journey through the few different stories that we saw on social media and the messages that you've sent us as well. But you've had an incredible experience in Kenya, even from a hospitality side of things, the way you were treated and the way you've enjoyed your stay. It didn't feel like work, did it?
No, I'm so enjoying this phase of my life. Like, if you can wake up each morning and just want to run to work, you're doing something good.
Yeah.
And every day it was magic. We were treated like royalty. I was invited to the UN in Kenya. I sat down in front of the UN FPA. We talked about all of the dreams I have for goodness in Kenya. And it's not just Kenya. I want to bring all these ideas throughout Africa. I sat down with the Kenyan National Library and we celebrated the donation we had given of Think and Grow Rich books. And then I donated the girls' books that we had just created. I donated those to the library. And then from there, because we had extra books, they said, well, where do you want the extra books to go to? And the Kibera slums, which is the largest slum in all of Africa, I said, I want it to go there because we're doing a leadership library there. So it was just a really, really joyous experience.
Now, from Kenya, where'd you go next? Well, you did a quick pit stop in Dubai, right?
No, my team did.
Your team did a pit stop, yeah.
My team did a pit stop in Dubai. They went to a Bill Walsh event, which is a fabulous networking opportunity. And I didn't go to Dubai because I was on my way to Nepal.
Right, which that was, talk about a spiritual journey. You made us all jealous, by the way, in a positive way. You're looking at that story, I'm like, I want to be there.
Okay, what was completely, I should have been hiking and I was training. Okay, for anybody who doesn't work out, I would have you reflect upon that choice and perhaps make a different choice. Our bodies need to be healthy and in good shape. And when I said I was going to go to Nepal and I'm going to go to base camp, this, that, and the other, it takes really good health to be able to do that. For one thing, for those of you that live at sea level, imagine going from sea level to 17,000 feet.
It'll make a big difference, yeah.
You got to be in good shape. And we were really fortunate. We had the best guides. We went slow. And we were so happy the entire time. So I have to tell you guys, when you are hiking, you have to totally be in tune with your body, which is really spiritual experience because that means your mind isn't thinking of, oh, that person did something to me. Oh, I'm jealous of that person. Oh, I wish I had that. You wish you had nothing. You want safety. You want to know that your steps are going in the right direction. And then there are animals passing you.
Monkeys all over the place.
Yeah. Monkeys, donkeys.
I'm good with donkeys, but I've never had monkeys running around because you don't know.
When we landed in Nepal, we went to the monkey palace,
that's the story that I watched. Yeah,
no, it was the monkey temple.
Yeah,
and it is you climb stairs going straight up. For any of you that like anime, I remember Goku, and there was this monkey guy, and it's true. It's just it's such an incredible experience to be there, and everybody is so happy. And you just get in the bandwagon. It's like, I'm hiking. This is all I need. Da, 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 da. And it was such a pleasant experience.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah, no, I love that. And you went with a group of people as well. You didn't go by yourself.
No, because the Trueness Project does philanthropy tourism. And what I mean by that is we pick places like Kenya and Nepal, and we do amazing trips, and $500 of each person's trip gets donated. And our nonprofit in Nepal is called Mercy Missions Nepal. And they are building an orphanage for children, and they do educational programs, because sex trafficking is a huge issue in Nepal. It probably is a huge issue around the world, but particularly there. And so this nonprofit is designed to keep the children in a safe place and protected, and to teach them skills over time, so that they don't end up being trafficked.
Mm-hmm.
So that was our focus in Nepal. But the group was phenomenal. And yes, I brought butterfly wings. I dressed everybody up as a butterfly.
Can't go anywhere without getting a butterfly treatment, right?
I was at, our highest point was 16,400 feet.
Wow.
And I dressed up as a butterfly. Yes, I did, because it's a universal flutter.
Yeah.
And we should celebrate that.
That's phenomenal. I one thing that hit me, I see Teresa, and look, no offense as far as spiritual, like from a theology standpoint, but Teresa reminds me a lot of Mother Teresa.
I know you say that, I laugh each time.
I couldn't help myself, but I'm like, but the in relationship to the work, to think of that human being and her effort and what she's done in the world, and how she maintained her humility regardless of her popularity and status. And she could have written multiple books and done just so much for herself. She always went the extra, forget mile, but thousands of miles to feed and to make people smile and to make people happy, and just to empower. And you remind me a lot of her work. Have you at any point, shape, or form, capacity looked into her work? Is there a connection? Do you see her as a guiding point for?
To be honest, no, but I get that comparison a lot. And I grew up in a very Catholic family, so I know Mother Teresa's work. And my theory is, all of the people that are looked up to were people of true service, and she knew her mission. She knew who she was, and she knew what she wanted out of life. And that to me is very admirable. And I think, and I get that comparison a lot because of the name, right? Teresa.
Well, the bracelet that you have on the other is staring at me. So, I'm like, Teresa, and my brain couldn't help but it keeps saying Mother Teresa, Mother Teresa, Mother Teresa. I mean,
so I want to share with you.
Yeah, please.
This bracelet was given to me by the children at the Kibera slums. They created it for me,
and it's handcrafted, right?
It's handcrafted, and this one was given to me by the girls at the Rape Counseling Center that I went.
Rape Counseling Center.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the girls in this center, it's quite sad. So you can either keep this in or take this out. The youngest was 3 months. The oldest was 18.
3 months.
Yes. I mean, and they are
a 3-month-old.
Yes. I'm sharing with you the reality of these beautiful women and their experience. But when I went in and I told them the story of the butterfly, I actually dressed the whole place as butterflies. And I said, these things may have happened to you, but they don't define who you are. Because you have to look at it that way, because if you don't, you get stuck in the I'm a victim. I know I'm speaking to the I'm speaking to the right person.
You talking to me right now, like I was sexually abused as a child, so I understand about the victim. You inflict, like you put it on yourself, and I did put it on myself till I was 27. So I get it.
Yeah. But these are beautiful girls, and what they do is they create these centers to keep them safe.
Wow.
And they all take care of each other. and they're 4 of them had babies as a result of the rape, and they're there with their moms. And but anyway, they gave me this, and so I haven't taken it off since it was given
Wow.
to me. I loved that experience of being with them, and everybody in Kenya dances. But when we had lunch with those girls and we danced, it was really, really special.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, God bless you, man. I don't. Again, I can go on and on and on about that comparison of Mother Teresa. And look, I anticipate that you're gonna be making that kind of an impact the way that you are going right now.
I think I am, because I am of an listen. I'm at a stage in my life where all I want to do is give back.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where I am. That's my truth. And I've always wanted to travel the world, and now I get to do it and be in service. So to me, it's my dream, and I'm going to live it. I am living it. And everywhere I go, I can see something I can help, and I'm not afraid to open my mouth anymore. Like, I'm not the same person that you met the first time.
No, I'll tell you, I've witnessed the evolution. I mean, the first time we talked was 2019, and to see you, I mean, you went from like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know if I want to talk. I don't know. Don't open the Zoom screen for me, please. To now, the best way I can describe it is this. That is a pivotal moment. I'm telling you, like when you look at the life work of somebody, that part right there, that was the moment that Teresa said, "I'm here and I ain't going nowhere. This is the place for me to start." Yeah.
So, as you say, get used to seeing me, because I'm not going anywhere.
Good. Well, she's gonna be with us at least every 6 weeks. She committed to that.
Yes.
There's an unwritten contract that says, "Hey, you expect me to be here every 6 weeks." So we're gonna be creating a lot of content together, especially the new edition of the Emmy Studio. That space, I have a feeling that's going to be my happy place for you and I, where, crisscross applesauce, get a nice hot tea on your side or on my side, and, we're just going to chop it up. But I'm super, super excited about that. And I love what you're doing. We're going to take one more break. After we come back, we're going to dive into where you're heading next and the biggest event that you're putting all your energy, focus, and resources into. So stick around.
Feeling stuck trying to grow your brand in a noisy digital world? Teresa Lawrence is your brand's secret weapon, offering expert services from podcast production and viral reels to major press release campaigns. Get featured on Spotify, Audible.com, and iHeartRadio, plus guaranteed placement in primetime media like Fox, ABC, CBS, and NBC. From ideation to execution, she helps purpose-driven brands go from invisible to influential. Visit mteresalawrence.com and start your transformation today.
Welcome back. Ali Mehdaoui in here in the ME Show, live at ME Studios with the greatest of them all, the women, the myth, and the legend, Teresa Lawrence. Hey, if you have not gone to mteresalawrence.com, please, if you are on the car driving, do not touch that phone. Just keep listening, and afterwards, it's simple, mteresalawrence.com, or we made it even easier for you. If you go in the caption in the episode, in the description, you can just click on that link and it'll take you right to her website, so you can see all of her offered services, from speaking to educating to coaching to helping you with the books that she's written. And we've just added brand growth packages as well. So if you want to get on a podcast like this, if you want to get the visibility like this, she's got you covered as well. All right, Wyoming, the end of June, me and you, we're going to rock the mic, aren't we?
We are.
Tell us about Wyoming and the event that we are working towards.
So, the Grand Butterfly Gathering.
Let's go. I feel like I should put some music in the background.
The Grand Butterfly Gathering is my signature event.
Yeah.
It is a worldwide prayer for peace, and it is a world record event, and it is held in Wyoming in Davy Jackson Field. And all right, get ready to laugh. It's the largest gathering of people dressed as butterflies in history. And the reason it's so fun is that you are in a field with complete strangers and you're dressed up as a freaking butterfly. It is so fun, it's so disarming. And we're going to have bubble machines. We're going to have arts and crafts tables. We're going to have face painters, and we have a butterfly pavilion. Have you guys ever been in a butterfly pavilion? The butterflies land on you. The kids love it. It's phenomenal. And then we release the butterflies because they're native to the area, and it's like our souls being set free. It's beautiful.
I can't wait. And my children, our children, my wife and I are going to be there as well. My wife, just so you know, her birthday for me, her birthday month, we don't usually work. We don't go anywhere. And it's a celebration from the 1st all the way to the 30th of June, right? So if you have not watched the documentary, we're going to put the link for it in the description as well. We watched it, and she literally turned, she was like, we got to take the kids to the next one. Literally, she felt it, right? And I was like, yeah. I mean, I told Teresa that we'll support. She was like, no, we have to go. I'm like, right. But, I don't know if you know, but or you saw the dates. It's on your birthday, it's June 28th. And that we use it. She goes like, no, it's okay. We're going to have to take the kids there. And for her to have a moment of growth, talk about like an instant moment of growth where she felt like, no, this is where I'm supposed to be. And my wife, you hang out with her, quiet as it gets, does not get in front of a camera ever. Always like, whoop. I talk to my husband and I'll tell him what to do. And she's the boss, by the way. She runs the whole company.
She really does.
However, she never gets in front of a camera, does not do the social interaction and the microphone moments like we do. But for her to have that moment, I know I felt it when I was like, man, this is powerful. But for her to have that, I can't wait for everybody to experience this event. There's a lot of marketing material, obviously, that's going out, but you owe it to yourself to be part of history. You owe it to yourself to have a moment of transformation, and also the environment that is going to be held in. Sometimes you need a moment with the right people in the right place and in the right time of our lives, and I think this is it.
The reason. Well, there are many reasons the documentary is so powerful, but after last year's, people felt it. Like you felt the bum.
Yeah. I can't wait to see the transcription of how many bums we said.
Yes. The energy in that space was so beautiful. And it was the intention of love and of sharing and uplifting each other. And we're doing it again. And the people that are going to be there are beautiful people. Ali is going to be our keynote speaker, and he's also contributed so many beautiful gifts.
I'm gonna be keynote speaker, keynote dancer, keynote butterfly. We're gonna do so much stuff together. And yes, we are giving away an all-inclusive vacation in Mexico. You gotta be there though. Just get a ticket, show up. You're gonna go back home with a vacation, all-inclusive. You want to get that, the fire on your honeymoon all over again. I'm gonna hook you up, right? So please make sure that you get your ticket.
It's just a beautiful event. Yeah. And for me to try it, all I can say is give yourself the opportunity of experiencing that magic. Because once you do, for one thing, you're going to fall in love with Jackson, and you're going to fall in love with yourself and whoever you're there with. It is that powerful and that magical.
You're going to fall in love with them, Teresa, as well. And I'm pretty sure there will be so many surprises. I just can't wait. Look, I've never had such an experience with my children. I'm in a place in my life right now. Like, let me be selfish. May I have a permission to be selfish for a moment? I've never had a moment with my children to experience anything like this. And I think these are those very rare experiences that allow you to have a memory for a lifetime, where your kids every single time say, do you remember when? Do you remember when?
Exactly. That's what
did I hit it?
You hit it.
All right.
It's that powerful, and you're always going to remember that fabulously fun, crazy experience where you were in a field with hundreds of people dressed as butterflies, and you're going to say, "Yeah, I did that. Remember that?"
Yeah, it happened the first time we took Sebastian to Mexico. He was just a little over 2 years old. He was actually 2 years and 2 months old. I'll never forget it. Until this day, we've gone all over the world. I mean, when I say that kid has more stamps than more grown-ups in America, but he remembers that one because that was his first time where he just experienced a world outside than his normal environment, and every year every year, and it was in Mexico, right? Everywhere. It doesn't matter where I'm like, hey, son, just so you know, like we're planning on going to Mexico. Well, obviously, Wyoming at the end of June. We're going to Mexico at the end of May. We're going to Colombia in the end of July, and we're going to Morocco at the end of August, right? These are already pre-planned. And he's excited about Mexico because he connects that one little memory with the identity of Mexico, right? And I can't wait. And I'm so grateful that you're allowing us to be part of your vision. Just so you know.
Oh, this is so exciting. Every person that's going to be there is adding something beautiful and joyous. So it's going to be incredible, and I invite you all to join us.
You heard it from the Queen herself.
It's so fun to be here. I mean, you have to be in this chair because once you leave this chair, for one thing, your ego is so full, and you think you're all that, and you leave here and you are all that.
She actually is all that. Genuinely mean it. TeresaLawrence.com if you want to be in this chair. And by the way, 90% of our interviews and our work is done virtually, so we have equipment and technology that we can make it all happen for you. And yes, we do events. I mean, the biggest event we've done was 17,000 seaters. So there's nothing that we are limited to. We can do it all overseas or in the States. Again, TeresaLawrence.com, brand growth packages. Try us out. Start one campaign. Let us get you on a podcast. Let us give you a vlog. Let us give you a press release. Let us give you a couple of reels, and then watch how your name becomes literally all over the internet in a good way. And then we can talk about the bigger side of things for whatever business that you have. Don't you agree?
Absolutely. It's worth taking the chance of banking on yourself because you're worth it.
Yeah. And I can't wait. Wyoming, I can't wait. I'm like a little kid who's giddy because
I can't wait to see the picture of you dressed up as a butterfly.
It is going to be a viral moment because look, I'm the kind of person, just so you know, I'm all in or I'm out. I'm not, there's no in between, right? So when I commit, like I will ask everybody to get every single phone out because I want multiple angles. So my reel, like, I mean, it's gonna, like, I'm gonna do a couple of jumps and just edit just the jumps where you see me flying the whole time with my legs off the ground, and it's gonna be musical and it's gonna be beautiful. We're gonna have our equipment as well, just so you know. We'll bring our ring lights, we'll bring our microphones and whatnot. So we'll get a whole lot of footage for your family as well. So if you want a little fun, we're not expecting anything out of you when we're in there as far as editing stuff for you and whatnot. Just come out. Let's create a viral event that I know deserves and has the merit for the whole world to be part of it. And look, it's one day at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 month at a time, one event at a time. But we're going to make it happen. Here at the Emmy Studios, we are extremely committed to your mission. Anything that has to do with creating beauty and excitement. You have no idea how many nonprofit organizations I sit in their board that I don't really promote, that I'm out there for, because deep inside, there's that 5-year-old kid who was abused and, whatever the life from 5 to 15. There's a reason I've never gone back to Morocco, right? Like because of that decade of my life that's so stained. And my son looks like me, speaks like me. So he's a reminder of me every single day. And he asks me all the time, like, when are we going to go to Morocco? You take us everywhere. And my head automatically goes like, I don't want him to go there. Like, what if I get triggered, and I know it's my own resistance. So I immediately go to that little 5-year-old with an event like yours, with a mission like yours. And I'm like, hey, somebody loves you and he's going to help you, right? Like, it's like you're pulling that little kid and you're healing a little wound here and there. So I'm selfishly excited and grateful for that. And I think there's a lot of people that are not speaking out loud because of that maybe nobody cares mindset,
Yes.
And I've had that. I did not talk about my life, my circumstance that I was 27 years old, and to go from 5 to 27 years old, thinking that it's my fault, to think that nobody cares, to think that I'm good for nothing. I'm supposed to be just a disposable little.
That's so powerful.
Just think about that. Until 27. It's a life sentence for a child. You missed out on a whole lifetime. You missed out insecurities kick in, you're running away from opportunities or running away from your own childhood. People want to play, want to have,
because you don't want them to know.
but it's not even that. You look at me and I'm like, oh, she figured me out. She knows about my shame. And then all of a sudden you're looking for any reason to isolate yourself. And that's why a lot of people will go to drugs as grown up, right? They'll go to drugs or they go to numb that ideology. So when you're looking at me, I'm like, what's up? I'm in my mind, we're just having a good time. But in reality, I'm just numbing things that if I handle them or address them, like, how much less alcoholism we would have, how much less violence we would have.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the point. We have to go through the emotions. And you're just amazing.
God is good. I am just a vessel. But anyways, we are going to be there. Why don't you give us the official website where anybody can register to get your vacation as well?
Oh, butterflymarch.com. The word butterfly and then march.com. It's all there. The registration package, if you want to volunteer, come out and volunteer. We just have so many opportunities for people to participate. Somebody can man the bubble machine. We actually have people dressing up as caterpillars.
They're on their way to becoming a butterfly. Yeah, I like that.
Fun. So please go to butterflymarch.com and register for the event. I look forward to seeing you all in Jackson, Wyoming on June 28th. And let's make history together.
Let us make history together. Until next time, tell them peace out, everybody.
Peace out,
Feeling
everyone.
stuck trying to grow your brand in a noisy digital world? Teresa Lawrence is your brand's secret weapon, offering expert services from podcast production and viral reels to major press release campaigns. Get featured on Spotify, Audible.com, and iHeartRadio, plus guaranteed placement in primetime media like Fox, ABC, CBS, and NBC. From ideation to execution, she helps purpose-driven brands go from invisible to influential. Visit mteresalawrence.com and start your transformation today.